Oh, yeah. Tonight's show is sponsored by Say Cheese. Uncle P, get your Say Cheese mask.
Yo, yo.
Yo, what up, Clep?
What's good, doggy? I'm here, man.
Oh, man, I appreciate you for tuning in tonight with us. We are Flatbush. Appreciate you. That's a fact, man.
No, I had to do it on the right day for you. I told you.
Oh, no doubt, man. I appreciate it, man. I woke up this morning, see that 25th anniversary, Junior Mafia.
Yeah.
I was like, whoa. Whoa, 25 years, right, bro. 25 years?
Already, man. It feel like about 15. Hold on, let me make sure I can hear you good.
Okay, make sure. I can hear you good, too. I'm sipping on my lemonade. It's for the people's lemonade.
Yeah. Yeah, feel like 15. I actually feel like 10, man. Damn, 25.
It still feel like yesterday? You trying to say still feel like yesterday?
Yeah, man, that's crazy.
Damn. Cool. So before we get into that, no, before we even get to Big, before we get on your journey to success and hitting to the top of the mountains, and I know you're going further than that. You came from where you was born and raised at? What country you come from?
Nah, me. I'm from Brooklyn, New York. But my family, my parents from Guyana. Like I'm the only American in my family, so they call me the Yankee boy. So
you sound like me.
Yeah, everybody else like they heavy duty Guyanese. So GT in the house. Yeah, a lot of people don't know my nephew. My nephew was Mark Benschott. Like he was a political prisoner in Guyana. Yeah, that's my sister's son. So that's my nephew, Mark Benschott.
I never
Mayor Guyana. They was doing a lot of protests for him back in the day. So people don't know that. Like they see, like I'm the only Americanized one in my family. But yeah,
okay.
It is.
You sound like your story sounds similar to mine because I'm the American one in my family.
Yeah.
I'm the green card baby. I gave everybody the green card to get the green card.
Yeah. The rest of my family, they heavy duty. Like you won't even guess it. Like they heavy duty guys. Heavy accent and all. I'm the only one in my family. Yeah.
Terrence, come over here, Terrence.
I see you, Junior.
Yeah. Okay. So tell the people what part of Flatbush you grew up in. What part of Flatbush you grew up in?
Yeah, it's funny because I moved to Flatbush at a young age. Like I moved to Flatbush from 4th grade. Yeah, so I was born on Clinton and Fulton, and then up to 3rd grade. Then 4th grade I moved to Tilden in New York, and that's when I went to 181. I went to 181 back then. So from 4th grade, so that was me. Special ed, Buster Rhymes, we was all in the same class running around.
Okay. Oh wow, y'all was going in the same class? And Buster?
Yeah, that was from 181. We was little, like I said, that was 4th grade. What was it? Met food over there, packing bags on Saturday morning. Packing bags, like trying to get a little $20 here and there. Yeah, little dudes.
Wow. I didn't even know that, and I know you for a long time. I didn't know you went to school with them dudes since 4th grade.
Yeah, wow. 4th grade. 4th, man. Buster, he laughed, but Buster, back then, we was in summer camp. Remember Young People's Day Camp with the balloon? Like Yeah. We was doing that. How old was we? That was 6, 7, 8. That was like 9, 10 years old. 10 years old. I go back with them dudes.
Wow, damn, dog. Damn.
He was like 10 years old.
Your journey started from a young age, then. You didn't even know about it.
Yeah. Then Whitman. Then Whitman was wild. Yeah, that's when MOB was running wild. Yeah.
MOB. Tell people what MOB stands for.
Yeah. What was that? No, it wasn't. What was MOB for?
I'm trying to remember myself too. I think it was. I want to say money over bitches, but I know it wasn't that. It was something else.
It was something. But I know I was a little dude, man. I ain't gonna lie. I was a little dude back then. I was just on the sidelines back then, like watching what's happening. Like when I moved to New York and Tilden, I stayed there for 2 years, and then I moved to Ocean and Caton. And then I was over there, so then I was in Ocean and Caton. That was probably from 4th to 5th, so that was from 6th grade. That was probably right when I got into Whitman, and I was over there, and I remember all them dudes that used to be on the corner of Ocean and Caton by the mailbox. I remember K. Bourne, God bless the dead. I saw him like, yeah, he had got hit up. He was running over, and I was a little dude. You talking about Dougie Fresh, the show days.
Get the picture. What year? We talking like early 90s, late 80s?
You talking about late 80s, man. Like this is late 80s. So that was like I said, Dougie Fresh, the show, Coca-Cola shirts. We talking about
doing the what?
Yeah. We talking about Coca-Cola shirts, man. I was a little guy just looking out the window, like watching it happen. We was young then.
So tell me a little bit more about that experience, like living on Caton and Ocean and watching the streets. Caton and Ocean is a nice corner to see everything.
Yeah, and I grew up on that
coming and going.
Yeah, like I said.
You know what I mean? What did you see over there as a young dude growing up that made you say, whoa, this is real out here?
Yeah, it was real. Like I said, what was crazy is I grew up on Ocean and Caton, so my building that I was in, I could see everybody on the corner. So I used to see all the older dudes like on that corner, Ocean and Caton, in the mailbox, and it just looked like out of Paid in Full, like out of the movie Paid in Full, like that's what it looked like. But a little older than that, but it looked like that. So that was crazy. This is like LL was just coming out. We talking about way back. Like I said, I was really young. Like LL, Rock the Bells. I remember, people don't know, Fly Tie used to be down the block because Tariq.
Fly Tie. That's a Brooklyn representative.
Yeah, that was it. Big Daddy Kane, Master Ace, all of them. Yeah, Cold Chillin', Juice Crew. Because Tariq. Yeah, Tariq, he probably on this, but I know Stem, he know, like Tariq, he was related to Fly Tie, so we used to see all them dudes. We used to see Biz Markie and all of them. This is when they were out. Like I said, I was just a young dude.
So you was a young dude seeing all these celebs coming through Flatbush, and that was like inspiring you in any certain way?
Yeah, it was good because you see these dudes making moves, and like I said, I'm gonna keep it real. Like I started late, but I catch on fast. Yeah,
okay.
I caught. So I was always the sidelines guy looking. I was looking like, okay, damn, look like I see everybody moving, seeing maneuvering. I see Merc. I remember Mercury. A lot of dudes. A lot of you got Cook and them. They was around there.
Official dudes. Those official dudes.
And them, like them dudes. They was doing it back then. Clyde, you know, he out at NC now. Like all these dudes. They was the guys. Like they were doing it back then. And so I would be that dude, like looking. Like, okay, they making moves, and I was just still coming up because I was still in the house. I wasn't outside. I wasn't outside yet. I'm like 11, 12.
Okay. So you was in the house watching dudes like Cook and all these dudes in the neighborhood, you know what I mean, sitting on the block, like you said, Paid in Full. So let's speed it up. So when did you jump out? When did you start coming outside?
Now, when I started maneuvering, you know what I kind of lucked up. After I was outside, like I went to Whitman. Whitman was cool. Like I started seeing things and I started maneuvering around. But once I graduated from Whitman and went to high school, so I happened to luck up. I went to graphic communication. So graphic communications was in the city. So when you where we from. You usually in your zone school, like you
right. The Madison, Hall.
You're not out like that.
Right.
So
you jumping on the train to go to school now.
Exactly. So it was different. It was different then because I wasn't. I all the time before I was in Brooklyn, but then I ended up going to graphic communication, graphic arts. Exactly. People like Decepticons, So that was where the Decepticons was. So what was dope about that school is I'm a dude. I'm from Brooklyn. I grew up in Flatbush. I'm always in Brooklyn. So now I get into Manhattan, and I start seeing a different world. So I'm on 50th Street. So we're on 50th Street in Manhattan, like on 10th Avenue or wherever it was. So I'm seeing people from the Bronx, people from Queens. So I'm seeing a whole diverse. So there's everybody in their Gucci boots, big door knockers, like
polo.
I'm seeing like my man Scott, he was killing low. Him and Boost and Billy. Like I see all these different. Got my dudes from Rosie Projects, Roosevelt Projects. So you seeing a collage of people from all over. So you had the people from Harlem. Yeah,
all types of all types of cultures, all types of people,
you seeing it all. So I was just like, so I saw that, and then I remember, was it Mike? It was Mike from Roosevelt Projects. I wonder what he up to. Yeah, Mike, this is back, man. I'm talking about late 80s, like I said early, not even 90s yet. So Mike from Rosie was out there, and then he had the twins from Brownsville. Like it was a bunch of dudes, Bob Lowe was in there. So it was funny because what was great, and I spoke to him the other day, Craig G. That's my guy. So Craig G, when he had Dropping Science, we were in the same class. So when he had Dropping Science, he was in printing too. Yeah, they call it printing, graphic communication. So
wait, Craig, hold on, let's get it right. Craig G, which Craig G talking about?
Craig G.
The rapper?
Yeah, Craig G. When he came out with Dropping Science, he was in graphic communication. So we was in class. So he used to always walk with his head to the side, like had his flat top, like this is.
You was in the mix. You didn't even know about. You was in the mix.
Yeah, I'm talking about Iowa Walkman days. So we talking about Iowa Walkman, yellow Walkman, the Sony yellow Walkman. We talking. You want me to take it back? Yeah, I'll take it.
We taking it back. That's what we all Flatbush about. We taking it back.
So I'm out there, and like I said, I'm seeing a different move, and I'm like, yo, this is because remember where I'm at. We seeing a lot of West Indians, so it was more that culture. Like so, we seeing that. So when I'm out there, I'm like, yo, this is crazy. So my man Worm Fabian from Sterling, yeah, that's my brother.
Fabian, remember Fabian?
Yeah, not the Fabian. You told not short Fabian.
Okay.
Another Fabian. That's my dude too. But so you got like I said, Bob Lowe was in there. A lot of people. Oh, you know who else was there? I'm gonna forget. You had Sean Price. Sean Price was there. Yeah. He was D-Sep, Sean Price.
That was my dude. Rest in peace.
My man Tech and Steel.
Tech, my dude.
Tech and Steel was in graphic communication. Me and Maxwell. That's me and Maxwell, the singer. We go back to then. So
before we get any further, you just named a whole bunch of dudes like Tech, Steel, Sean P, the twins, Fabian. You mentioned a whole bunch of dudes that went to this school.
That school.
Now, and let me answer this question. Was this school one of those smart schools that you had to take a test to go in?
I can't remember, but
this is my point I'm trying to get to.
I used to draw a lot back then, so I was trying to get
But this is the point I'm trying to get to, Clep. No, this is the point I'm trying to get to. I always used to say the smart schools had all like the bad guys in it. Right. Like the Decepticons, came from printing, graphic art. These are all like top of the grade schools. So I'm like, yo, all y'all came from good schools. Why y'all doing bad things?
Yeah. Nah, I don't know. Like it was just wild, but fun, yo. That school, it was different, man. It was different. Like I said, then to move around, and then when you get to high school, you start moving class to class, so you're in a whole different mix. And then you see the chicks. The chicks is different. They diverse. Like you all different cultures, and it was it was live, man. So when I saw that. I had a good time, but just to, in full disclosure, like I was getting in trouble in there, so I got booted out after the second year, and then they sent me to my zone school. So then I had to go to Erasmus, which I had fun, but it wasn't.
Came back home. You came back home. You came back home, huh?
Yeah. It wasn't graphic, so they booted me into Erasmus E Hall, which is good. So I seen a lot of dudes from around the way, and that was a fun run too. But like I said, no disrespect, guys. It wasn't like graphics was like I said, it was like you was in the middle of a paid in full movie. Like they took you and plopped you right in paid in full. That was that school.
See, that was the birth of a lot of the stuff going on. So, you know what I mean? There was a lot of things going on. The bubble gooses,
Yep,
the
all
rope
of that. Yeah,
chain,
all of that. Like you outside.
the fashion.
Yep,
Now,
yeah. Then you in the train
let's talk
after
about
school.
fashion.
You taking the train back to Brooklyn. You move like you moving around the city. Like when you're young and you from Brooklyn, you're not really concentrating on Manhattan like that. So back then,
Definitely, you're not.
It kind of opened my eyes. So that was a good look.
So when you was in graphic and arts and taking the train to Manhattan and experience a new life, a new life, a new culture, a new vibe, what was something different that you seen out there, part like, especially on the fashion world? Because I know coming from Brooklyn, but especially from Flatbush, we more Caribbean, so you know you might see a lot of travel fox, a lot of damaged jeans, used jeans. You know what I mean? Bell bottom corduroys, Clarks, Valley shoes, silk shirt. You know what I mean? I said, Congo hot.
You're 100% right. Like that's what I said. Like when I was in graphics, that's when you see girls coming through. They had the high Gucci boots then. That's when they had like the red Gucci boots. Then they had their bag to match the Gucci boots, big door knockers. Big, you had the Polo Sims. Like you just seen everybody was coming through. Like I said, and then a lot of people in Harlem, then they had the 40 Belows. That's when the 40 Belows first came out. My man D-Hove. Now somebody just said Benetton. This was a little after Benetton.
That was my shit.
Benetton was back like close to the Coca-Cola, like right after. Yeah.
Yup. So which one was your favorite item that's fashion back in the day? Which one was your favorites? Which fashion company you like the most? Which brand you like the most? Shout out to Split Star.
I did a lot of low, but I'm talking about before low, like before low. As crazy as it sounds, like I'm gonna keep it real. Like I told you, I was coming up, so I got older brothers. I'm the youngest. So look at Split Star. Split Star, what up, dog?
I know Split jumped in. Shout out to Split. What up, General?
Split.
Street Corner General.
Dude. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. So back then, I told you I was a young dude coming up looking. So I got older brothers. So my older brothers, they used to have like the Izod and Latiga shirts. So I was hold that tiger. You know, I take it to the theme song for it. So yeah, I forgot about that. So I was coming up, so I used to sneak and wear their clothes. So they used to see me, and this was in Whitman. Okay, this was before high school. Like in Whitman, I have on like the Latigo and the Izod shirt, but it's long because it's my big brother. And so it's like
a dress on you
over my pants. Like I'm looking like a Muslim or something. So yeah, so I'll be rocking that, but I had a plan. That's the thing. Like with me, I'm always thinking, you gotta have a plan. Like,
Let me hear this plan.
Yeah, so I did that. But after that, like I got caught out there. Not really caught out there, but when I was in graphics, the twins. Like one time, I forgot what happened. It was. How did that be? It was one time, I get into the story. I mean, I ain't gonna elaborate too much. Everybody know I used to be G'ing a lot. We'll call it G'ing.
Yeah, AKA G. We all know what G'ing means. We ain't gonna elaborate.
So one time,
up the back.
One time, so what I used to do, I wanted to be fly. Like, I wanted to be fly bad. I was like, yo, I gotta be fly. So, I'm young, so I used to go to Bloomingdale's and like Macy's, and I always go to the 50% off rack. I told you, like, I ain't gonna water it down. So I go to the 50% off rack. So I'm skimming through stuff and I find something nice. Go pay my little bread, 50, and I'm like, okay, I'm getting there. So now one time I'm in Macy's. So I'm in Macy's, so I'm chilling. This was Aeropostale. And this one I'm in high school, I'm young. This is the Aeropostale section, right?
Oh, shit. I ain't gonna go there, but go continue.
So I'm in the Aeropostale, and yo, I'm gonna keep it real, yo. You could judge me, but just know I made transitions in life. So
you definitely made a transition, brother. You went from bad to good, boy.
People know who I'm talking to, so if you see me, I'm going back in time now. Terrence now is in a different direction.
You wasn't Terrence then. You wasn't Terrence.
So you
You
get
was Clep.
you
You was
get some
Clep then.
stories, but just know Terrence is in a different direction right now. So
Definitely.
so yeah, so I'm in the Aeropostale section now. What I'm in, probably like what, ninth grade or something? Yeah, so I'm in the Aeropostale section in Macy's, so I'm trying to buy stuff. So I come in and I'm in the section and I see a dude walk in. So he walk in, he had on I'll never forget it, he had on a denim jacket. So he took off his jacket, right? He just picked up a shirt and just threw it on. He threw it on. He threw it on. He threw it on, right? He threw it on and put his jacket back on and walked out. So I'm confused. I'm like, oh, yo, what
that's how we doing it?
see happened? So I said, man,
Fuck that!
so I said, yo, and the rest was history.
That's it. We know where that led into. We know where that went after that.
The rest was history. So
it was history after that because you was the #1 contender on that one.
Yeah. I went Mike Tyson championship on him.
You went pro.
So that was it. That was it. I got the blueprint and just manifest it. Let it manifest into whatever it manifested into.
We can't go deep on that because the life that you live now, like I said, you wasn't Terrence then. You wasn't Terrence back then. You was Klepto.
Right.
Today
exactly.
you are Terrence Harden.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
I mean, it is what it is. We all come from somewhere, but and it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people that we may see in certain arenas and see that where they're at now, but they all came from somewhere, man. Like everybody, that's what people gotta understand. But some people come from somewhere. But if you stay in a negative or bad place, then I mean that's on you. But me, I'm talking about elevation. So like I said, I'm not ashamed. I'm not ashamed of where I came from, but I know where I've transitioned to, and I'm not gonna get too righteous on everybody because I know that's not what y'all want to hear right now. But I look at it, that helps me because like when I got into the corporate America, I was on Inside Edition. So they started reaching out to me, like a lot of churches and schools. So they wanted me to talk to what they call quote unquote at-risk kids. So they would say these kids are at risk. So when they see me come in, they like, yo, damn, he talking our language, but look what he's doing. So I kind of feel like the fact that where I came from, it made me more valid and credible to kids to see like, yo, you can make
of course, man. Because you know where you came from, dog.
Yeah.
Like you said, you looking out the window and seeing shit. You seeing stuff that happened, like you said, pay them fools in front of your eyes.
Yeah.
So now you transition from seeing things like that to seeing other things and doing better things for yourself. And you, I mean, you doing $1 million home. You doing home. You selling pills.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not the normal for where we come from.
Right.
It's not normal.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
That's what really, really impressed me because, like I said, I was in the streets doing wrong for a good time. And then when I said, you know what, I want to leave this life alone, and I got into corporate America, it opened my eyes and it made me see a lot of things that people where we from, they don't get to see. So I tell a small story. I tell a story all the time. People are like, yo, so when you got into real estate, like how did you feel? I say, yo, I remember what was the pivotal point for me when I got into real estate. So I got into real estate in 2006, and I can't remember if I don't think I told this story on IG to anybody yet.
But you know, we on Flatbush want to hear this story. We want to hear.
So now it's a small story. So now I got into real estate. I started with a fly firm called Mark David and Company. They were in Soho. I just happened to luck up and go into. I didn't know nothing about real estate. Like I just said, let me jump in and get into real estate. So I ended up starting at Mark David and Company, was in Soho. So when I started there, I was in a rental-based company, but I was doing my thing. So now a girl came in she was looking for an apartment. She was 27 years old. So this is 2006. She was 27 years old, her and her boyfriend. She's like, look, I'm looking for an apartment. We want something nice. It's me and my boyfriend. Our budget is $6,500 a month. So I'm like, okay, yeah. I see that. And I see people now, they do 18, 23,000 a month. Like, I see it all. Even smaller stuff, 3,000, 25. But she said 6,500 a month. So I said, okay. So I started showing her homes. So now I found her something. I never forget the address, 325 Fifth Avenue. She don't live there now because that was years ago, but 325 Fifth Avenue.
Okay.
The building, they just built it. It's in an area they call Koreatown. I think they still call it Koreatown. So I found her the apartment in the high rise, sick, overlooking the city, like outdoor amenities, like they just built the building. So when I got back to the office, I'm like, yo, we need your paperwork. So we needed the tax return, the bank statement, letter of employment, pay stubs, all of that. So we needed all that. I never forget that 27-year-old girl. She gave me her paperwork. When she gave me her bank statement, her savings account had $987,000 in it. When I saw that, I never looked back. I said, yo, this is what people running around with out here? 987, matter of fact, 86, got $986,000 in her savings account. And I said, man, this is what, it was so mind-blowing to me. And from that, I just never looked back. And I never looked at certain shorties the same. I'm sorry, y'all. But that's a whole nother story. But
you gotta stop this, bro. You gotta stop this, bro. You've been at this for a long time.
I'm just messing with y'all. But when I saw that, I was like, yo, damn, yo. So now it just showed me like it's something. It's when you expose yourself and put yourself in certain situations, you learn
I'm
a
just
lot.
about to say that.
Yeah. So I lucked up. And then, like I said, some people they may not relate because they haven't been in those situations. Not saying that that I'm better, but I'm just saying like you gotta expose yourself to things. So that's what
I mean. Sometimes you gotta just let it fly. Like, you know what I mean? When you're talking to people, especially different people, like especially me, I work on a construction field where sometimes just talking to people, you open up yourself and you get an opportunity and right in front of your face. You don't even know it. You know what I mean? A new job might present to you. Just by you just talking to somebody. You know what I'm saying? So let's speed it up a little bit.
Right.
How did you beat Biggie? How did you get connected with Biggie and Junior Mafia? The dude from Flatbush that was G and boosted up the back, doing his 1-2s. Right. How did you meet this dude?
I mean,
tell us that story.
It was crazy because around those times, that was 9. I met Biggie in 9-4. Like the timing was perfect because he was just coming out. He not just coming. Yeah, kind of. He was making strides because he had partying bullshit and he had what's the 411. So so he had those joints. So but I was always into rap. So I was looking and I was like, yo, damn, I want to get on. So I started back rapping. I just bought a Q45. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna start back.
I remember that Q.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna start back rapping.
Freezing on me.
My son trying to get me to activate his Fortnite for him. He had his mother, so I had to tell him, yo. But So what I was saying is, this was 94, 95, and I met Big. Yeah. So how I met Big is I wanted to get back on rapping, so I started rapping again. So it was one night I was real sick. I tell the story a couple of times, but I was real sick. So I used to smoke. I used to smoke weed back then. I stopped smoking. I haven't smoked weed in over a decade, but I used to smoke weed a lot back then, and I was sick that night, and I was like, yo, man, I don't know, I don't want to smoke. I'm going to chill because whenever I smoke, I feel like I'm not getting better. But it was the Grammys. It was the Grammys that night. So it was the
Okay.
Grammys. So my boy Malik Boya, you might remember Malik.
Boy, I'm gonna if I remember boy. That's my
Yeah,
boy.
yeah, yeah,
Boy,
Boya,
man.
yeah,
Oh, Chris Boyer. Yeah,
yeah,
Chris.
yeah, Malik,
Come on, that's my daughter. I see him in the East New York every now and then.
yeah, yeah, me, Malik Boya, a bunch of us. So
Sheriff, Bill,
yeah,
Whoa.
Kareth wasn't there then, but no, Kareth didn't come with us, but I mean that was my dog. But so now they like, yo, tonight is the Grammys after party at the Tunnel. I never been to the Tunnel before. So they're like, it's the Grammys after party at the Tunnel. I'm like, yo, nah, I can't mess with y'all. Yo, I'm sick like a dog. I can't do it. I was coughing up. I was just like, nah, I can't do it. So now I stayed home. So, and I'm looking, and I was living with my mother back then. So I was looking at the Grammys on TV, and I'm like, yo, this is crazy, man. Like, I'm seeing everybody performing. Then I said, you know what? I'm going to try to go to this party. So this when everybody used to get weed on Sterling Nostrand in the spot, the skunk. So they used to get the skunk on Sterling, not St. John's and Nostrand, my bad. St. John's and Nostrand.
Somebody say you smoke plenty skunk blunts.
Yeah, they used to get the skunk on St. John's and Nostrand. Yeah. So they used to sell out over there. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna go over there and I'm gonna get a bag of weed. And I'm gonna hold it. So we all drove. We all was driving. So I had the queue. I drove. I can't remember what boy was driving, but we all drove. And I said, okay, we're gonna go to the tunnel. So we ended up going to the tunnel. And I told them dudes, I said, yo, I'm gonna smoke this weed with the person that's putting me on and rap. So all of them looking at me like, man, get out of my face, man. Get out. What you talking about? So now we go in the club and I'm sick. I swear to God, I'm sick like a dog, like exhausted, looking like Michael Jordan, flu, exhaustion. So we get in the tunnel. I don't even move around. I just go in the corner of the tunnel and sit down. But then I'm looking around and I'm seeing all sort of artists. I'm seeing Brand Nubians. I'm seeing Wu-Tang. I never saw any of them before. So I'm looking. I think I met Brand New, but I didn't know any of them. So I'm looking and I'm like, yo, damn, I gotta rap to somebody. But I'm sick. So now the party going on and they moving around. They having fun. My boys, they having fun. They moving.
They're enjoying the festivities. They're enjoying the festivities.
It's popping. It's the Grammys after party.
At the tunnel too?
At the tunnel. So now they keep coming to me all night like, yo, because they smoked all their weed. They're like, yo, give me your weed, I'm like, yo, nah, I'm smoking this with the person that's putting me on tonight. So they pissed. They're like, man, get out of here. I'm sorry they try to like snatch it and run and like do something. Yeah. So all night they saying that to me. So I'm sitting there trying to figure it out. I'm scheming. I'm looking. I'm like, yeah, I want to rap to somebody. Who should I rap to? Maybe I should rap. Then I'm just like stutter stepping. The next thing, the lights come on. The party's over, yo.
Just like that?
Yeah, no, but we talk time passed though, because I'm sitting there for a while in the same spot. I ain't moved. Like I might went to the bathroom or something.
You stuck like a pole.
Yeah. I just chill. So now the lights come on, so I start freaking out. I'm like, oh, so I'm ready to go rap to the bartender. Like I'm ready to start rapping to anybody. Like, yo, like
you ready to rap to somebody.
I'm like, yo, what happened? So I'm looking. So now I'm looking. Like whoever I see, I'm rapping. Everybody going Wu-Tang, like all of them go.
You didn't give a fuck. That's why you ready to shoot your shot.
I said, yo. So now, luckily, I walk around the bar because the tunnel had the big long bar in the middle. So I walk around the bar like looking, trying to find somebody to rap. I'm like, yo, damn, Mikey, I don't blew it.
I can't find nobody.
Yeah. So now I walk around and just happened to be in the doorway. I look up and I see Biggie. And I called him Biggie Smalls back then. So I see Biggie Smalls. So I look, I said, oh shit, there go Biggie. But one of my mans, June from Franklin, Scarface Jr., he told me like Biggie was starting something and he was looking for rappers. So I heard through the grapevine.
Okay.
So I walked up to Big. I just walked up to him. They was just chilling in the entryway to leave. So I walked up to him. I said, yo, Big, what up, man? You know my man June. My name is KLEPT. I'm the nicest nigga that ain't out. Just like that. I told him just like that.
I'm the nicest nigga that ain't out.
Yeah, that ain't out. So look, it was funny, and I laugh to this day because I still don't believe him. But when I said that to him, he looked at me. He stuck his hand out. He said, "Yo, I believe you, man." And then gave me a pound. So now, in the interaction with that, but mind you, back then, like back then I was up. So I'm fly. I got on herringbone, DKNY, like low.
I don't want to say you were the only nigga. You was doing your thing back then.
Yeah. I had on like you see me, I'm jewelried out, DKNY, fly sneakers. Like, so I was doing it, tag oil watch, like so. So now they looking like, okay, he looked like he about something. So now I overheard, and they like, so Big like, yo, we gonna go get breakfast, yo, let's get a taxi, right? Because it was mainly yellow cabs, wasn't no Ubers or nothing like that. So,
yellow cab.
So I heard him say, yo, let's go get a taxi. So I jumped right in. I said, wait, yo, where y'all trying to go? He said, no, we're gonna grab something. I said, yo, I got a car. I'll take y'all. Like, yeah, I got a car, but mind you, I didn't say what I got. So now I know who he was with. He was with Little C's, Chief Delvec, and Bones Malone. Bones Malone is a big writer. He's a big dog, veteran writer with vibes. So I didn't know. I knew Bones' face because I used to see Bones around. He knew Malik and them. So I used to see Bones, but then I found out more about what Bones was really doing. But Bones is an icon. So he was with them. So I said, yo, I got a car. Yeah, I got a car. I'll take y'all. So he's like, okay, all right, go get the car. So they don't know. Right now, I got the Q45. The Q45 Chris. This is when Wu-Tang just got cash rule everything around.
I remember you had the Q. You had the Q.
So my thing
is the big boy shit.
Yeah,
Q45.
Fishbowl, brand new, shiny, spanking. So I go up the block and get the car. So mind you, the tunnel is they letting everybody out. So it's all crazy traffic flow, everything moving, and that's like the hottest thing in the streets. So I just happened to pull up. So I'm pulling up slow, driving up the block. So I'm driving up the block. Tunnel's on the right-hand side. So I'm driving up the block, and then when they see me pull up, all I seen is them dudes' eyes and face just lit up like, whoa.
Like big boy. Big boy.
Because I ain't tell them. So now I pull over to the front, and Big get in the front, Bone, Season, and they all get in the back. So now we posted up in the front of the tunnel. So we just chilling in the front. So now we chilling, kicking it. He like, yeah, we're going to go here. So we chilling, kicking it. Now guess who come out the tunnel? Malik, Boya, all of them. So my boy.
I was just about to ask you, where Boya? I was about to ask you, where Boya?
They come out the tunnel, so they look and they face like, oh shoot, he did it. Yo, he got Biggie. Yo, he got Biggie in the front seat. In my mind, I'm like, I told y'all, somebody put me on today. Like, somebody put me on today.
You're today over this bag of weed.
So I always mix it up. I think so. No, but I get to so he took us to Chelsea Diner. So we drove to Chelsea Diner, which is on 23rd. I always mix it up. Is it 23rd and 9th? 7th go down. Yeah.
Was it Chelsea Diner on the corner?
Yeah, the one on the corner. I think it's 23rd, and it's still there.
Yeah, I'm there. Matter of fact, I did catch you. It might have been the same night, but I caught you. You don't know if you can remember.
There all the time. That was a spot.
I caught you in there one night. Yeah, I caught you in there with Big. Yep, yeah. Cheese, eggs, and Welch's grape. Y'all fucking easy.
that was the spot. So now we went to Chelsea Diner, and Big bought food. Like all of us, we sat down and ate, and then we got in the car. I rolled up that blunt, and there wasn't no CDs yet. It was cassette tapes. So I think it was it Souls of Mischief? Who made Never No More? I always mix it up. Souls of Mischief. It's not how, but Souls of Mischief. So
what's the song name?
Yeah, Souls of Mischief. I think they're from Cali. So I used to like their song Never No More, the beat. So I put the tape in, and I rapped every single lyric I had over another rapper's song while they were rapping to Big. I just rapped everything to them. Like, I'm just kicking about Versace, Moschino, because they didn't know about it. Like I was, and I had it on, so I'm hitting them with all of that. So now he said, yo, that was dope.
So
Yo,
it's safe to say you introduced Biggie into the Versace world?
1,000%.
Is it safe to say we
Everybody
say
know that.
Clef
There's
introduced him to
articles
that?
about that, man.
So we said,
I
so
heard that.
no, we want to know. We want to get it stated here. Clef from Flatbush introduced Big into the Versace world.
Yeah, it was all about Kanai before that. I mean, there's articles about that. Like
that's all we want to know. Continue, continue, brother.
Everybody, if you're a hip hop historian and you don't know that, you ain't a hip hop historian, man. Yeah.
Well, I gotta give it to my peoples, and we are Flatbush. That a Flatbush dude, Let me make it clear. A Flatbush dude made that happen. Continue, brother.
That's why he put me on. Like I came in rapping about Versace Moschino. Like that was my whole spiel. So
hold up. Let me ask you another one before you continue. So when Big said I'm in the Q45 in my ride, he was talking about you?
Q45 by my side, lyrical high, yeah.
All right. Okay, continue, brother.
Yeah.
Continue, brother. Continue, brother.
It was good, and stemming all of them know, Larry. They know, like then when I connected with Big, I was one of the oldest ones in the group, and the rest of the dudes, they weren't driving, they were just coming up. So me and Big, we used to go everywhere. So I bring him to Flatbush. I brought him to the barbershop on Church and Ocean upstairs. I had him on Franklin Avenue. So me and him, because I used to be on Franklin Avenue a lot. So I'm bring Big on Franklin Avenue. We posted up. then we running around the city.
I remember them days. I remember a day. Let me see if you can remember this. I remember a day me going to get a bag of weed on Franklin, jumping out the train station. I seen you was on the left-hand side with the Junior Mafia. You had your Q45 in the front. They had a two-door, some type of old Lincoln type of shit in the back of that. They was talking with you. After the talk, they all jumped in that car and boated. I looked back and I was like, that's some shit.
Yeah.
These niggas in an old Lincoln or something. Yeah. You know what I mean? I was like, damn, my man Clef ain't playing out here.
Yeah, and I used to be on Franklin heavy, man. Franklin, that was the hangout spot. Franklin Avenue taught me a lot too, man. That was another spot, an Empire Skating Rink. Empire Skating Rink was fun. Hold on, get this shit on.
Oh, we getting some good stories here, people. We getting some good B.I.G. stories. Yeah. My man Clep from Flatbush. Oh, this is my good friend. He's giving us some good stories, man. We go way back. We go way back. Boya, my man Whoa, Kenriff. I met you through Kenriff because that's my dog too.
That's my
Kenriff, Boya, all them dudes. I mean,
I'll be calling Kenriff Tiger Hood now. Because you know he's a big golf dude. Yeah, he's a big golf. He be winning all sort of trophies, traveling.
Oh shit! I didn't see him like in 2-3 years though. He's still doing his 1-2, but I see him like 3 years ago, 2 years ago. Yeah. Let's continue with the story with Big, man. I mean,
we used to move around. Like so what would happen is, like when me and Big connected, we gravitated to each other because he loved my style. Because I was fly, making moves, and then I'd be bagging chicks, and then and then I had the car just played into it perfectly. So we'll just go everywhere, man. We used to go to Queensbridge. We go pick up Nas, go grab Nas up, chill with Nas. Like I remember the first time Nas, because you got to remember all these dudes, they was just coming up. I was in a different lane because I was doing whatever I had to do. So when Nas first got in my car, I never forget it. Like, and he'll say when Nas see me, he always show me love, mad love. So when he first got in the car, he got in the back of the car and he did like this. So big in the front, he got in the car. He like, yo, this your car? I'm like, yeah. He like, yo, this shit is dope, man. Like, yo. So, fly. So they know like it go back, and then we go pick up Pac. Like I grab Pac with Big, and we drive in my car smoking.
Stop right there. We ain't even going any further. Now tell us something about Pac and Big, and when you was around. Tell us something about that.
Now
just tell us a good time. We don't want to hear the bad. We want to hear the good one.
Yeah, one thing I didn't meet Pac a lot, but I remember the first time I met him. We went to the Park of Meridian. And I never forget it. So Big like, yo, let's go meet Pac. And full disclosure, Big always looked up to Pac. So I remember it, and let me backtrack. There's a photo. It's so much like not really drama, but it's a photo, drama in my mind, but it's a photo of Big and Nas. And Nas got on a red Nautica jacket and Big is just chilling. And I was in that photo. So whoever put that photo out back in the day, they cropped me out of that photo. I'm pissed off about that. So if somebody needs to reinstate me back into that damn photo. So so it's a red. So I was in that photo. But the reason why I bring that up is back in those days, you used to have disposable cameras. So you have disposable cameras. So I used to always move around with the disposable camera, and it go to the wall on East 18th. Because you remember the wall, the wall with all the graffiti,
East 18th, the church.
Yeah, exactly. So I'd have disposable cameras, and I would take them around. Remember, we ain't had no cameras in our phone. We ain't running around with a digital.
You have none of that.
So I had the disposable camera. So when we met up with Nas, I had the disposable camera, and I flipped it up. So Big, and I'm tight to this day, I shouldn't even listen to him. He didn't want Pop to feel like we were stressing him. So he was like, yo, Clep, don't take out the camera when you with Pop. When we with Pop, don't take out the camera. So me, you don't want
to feel like groupies and things like that.
Yeah. So me, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm new to it. I'm groupie. Yo, it is what it is. Like I'm groupie, yo. I'm here. Like
you like fuck it.
I ain't gonna water it down. I'm groupie.
I like that. Keep it 100, boy.
So Big was like, yo, don't take out I don't want no camera around Pop. Like, but now, like in these days, it's different. Everybody flick it up. It's social media.
Right. Back in the days, we didn't take pictures, man. We didn't take pictures like that.
Yeah, so I had it, because remember, I was always a hip hop head, so I was happy about the situation and enjoying it. So now, long story short, we go meet Pop in the Park of Meridian, and as soon as we get in the hotel and we open the door, the whole floor is just flooded with composition notebook pages. Like he ripped them out of books. Like he just was writing and just throwing stuff on the floor. Yeah, he just was writing and throwing stuff. So I'm like,
the whole floor.
Yeah, I'm like, yo, it looked like snow on the floor. Lyrics. It might have been throwaways. So I'm bugging. I'm like, damn, this dude throw away. So I'm looking at that. And then I look up in the corner. So in the corner, it's a little ledge in the corner, and I see candles. And he had like a shrine set up with a picture of Madonna. So he had like candles with a shrine in the corner of the hotel room with a picture of Madonna. So apparently he was taking down Madonna those times. So that bugged me out.
Yeah. He was fucking Madonna. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he was taking. So he had a shrine in the hotel room.
What was going through your mind when you seen that? What was going through your mind?
I was like, yo, damn, this is some crazy shit. But I mean, it is what it is. I guess that was his mode. Like he had to shine. He must have manifested or something like that. But
a shrine of Madonna.
He was taking that down then.
And mad niggas in the room? Mad niggas in the room and all that?
It was just him.
Oh.
No, it was just me and Big, because like I said, me and Big, we were moving around. So it was me and Big, and we just went to me and Big, we went to the Park of Meridian and picked him up, and then we came across to Bergen and Underhill. To the spot on Bergen. Yeah. So we went
brown bag.
Yeah. We went to butterfly bag. We went to Bergen and Underhill with Pop. So I drove across the bridge, Pop in the whip, Big in the whip, we blowing. In the whip, just chilling.
Man, what kind of memories? What kind of shit? That's deep. You in the car with Pac and Big.
Yep, blowing.
Your car in New York City driving around.
Yep.
I know them memories could never leave your head. Never.
Same thing with Nas, too. So,
Nas.
I mean, it was good times, man. I got a story. I never tell this story, and God bless the dead. I remember, like, cause Big, we used to be, me and him, like, it's crazy. Like, me and him was so similar. Like
okay.
Hold on a second.
Well, we getting some real B.I.G. stories, people, man. We are Flatbush, man. Kleptomaniac. Oh my God, I respect my man. He giving us that real old Flatbush stories.
Yeah,
Talk to us, Clem.
Yeah, we had so much similarities. Like he wanted us to get an apartment together. Yeah, he wanted us to get an apartment together, but I didn't want to get an apartment because like he had his whole crew and I didn't really know everybody like that, and they all used to stay in his house till like 7, 8 in the morning. And I'm like, yo, nah, I can't do this, man. So he's like, yo, Clep, you doing your thing, let's get an apartment. I'm about to blow, I'm doing this, and me and you, I see you getting money, you done, but I didn't do it because that wasn't my lane. But what was I gonna say? But anyway, so we didn't do that, and then me and him, we had so many similarities with each other. We just kind of clicked. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So he was funny. So I remember God Bless the Dead, Gangstar. So
Guru.
Guru. So we knew Guru. And hope none of his people don't take it nowhere. It's nothing really bad, but it was funny. I always laugh about it. So because it was like it was like how me and Big would interact and connect. So one time we was in, I forgot what club, if it was Cheetahs or some club, not Cheetahs. It's probably something way back then. So we ran into Guru. So me and Big, we ran into Guru. We chilling with Guru. We all chilling, kicking it. So Guru pull out some weed, and Guru roll up the weed. Me, him and Big, he roll up the weed, and we start smoking it. It's like the worst weed we ever smoked. Like, it was horrible, yo. So now, but you
said it was garbage. It was garbage.
Yeah, the greatness about that was that. From that day forward, if I check Big and I'll be like, yo, I got some weed, or he'd be like, yo, that ain't the Gangstar, right? I'm like, nah. God bless you,
they can't get that's fun.
Yeah, so
that was fun.
So that was our little code word for bad weed. Like, yo, this ain't the Gangstar, right? Nah.
Oh man.
So, I never told that story, but that. Yeah.
No, that was a funny one. That's a funny story right there, the Gangster. But it ain't no more funny than when Big took fucking Bone Thugs and Harmony weed. You heard about that? When he took Bone. I read an article when he did the song with Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Right.
They said they went in the studio, they had a quarter pound of weed. Big took the weed, gave them some of the weed that was their weed, smoked the weed, didn't do his verse, flew back to New York and did his verse to the Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Wow, that was the payment. They
said Biggie took our weed. Read that article with the I think it was in the XXL.
I was in the studio when he did his verse. When he did his verse in the studio, yeah, because they weren't there, and I came.
He said they said wherever they was in LA or whatever, he went there, right, and they did their verse. They had weed, so he took their weed. Little C. Tell me if I'm telling the truth, tell me if I'm telling the truth in that article. That's what Bone Thugs said that. Biggs took their weed and gave them some of their weed.
Probably there. That's why he's laughing. See, what was the story? See, what happened, man? I wasn't there. Look, he did it back home at Daddy's house. Yeah. I was there when
he did it back home at Daddy's house. You see.
So
see, I'm talking facts.
You was there, Steve. You was there when he took Bone Thugs and Harmony weed, man.
That boy Big, man. So, all right. So now you met Big. Hold on, cause you see that we have to log back on. Cause we're gonna make this a part 2. We're gonna log back on. But you hold on. You say you met Big, right?
Right.
And you met Big at the club at the time of the Grammy Awards. Caesar's with him that day, and that's the first, I guess. Caesar was one of the first people you met in Junior Mafia Day.
Wait, Caesar just said something. I think who said?
He was high and drunk.
LOL, and they had fire weed. LOL, they gave it to him. Now he said they gave it to him.
Nah, Bone Thugs. I'm telling you what Bone Thugs said in the article. See, you read that XXL. Bone Thugs said they took it. Biggie took it.
Steve was there. Steve was right there.
I'm just telling you what Bone Thugs said.
Picture floating around with them all in the studio. It might have been that.
Probably. I'm just telling you what them boys say. Biggie took their weed. But it's all good. It's a Brooklyn nigga. That's how we do it.
He just didn't give it back. Look, see,
so he took the weed, see? He took the weeds. Come on, see? He took the weed.
Accident. He took it by accident.
Come on, man. It's a Brooklyn shit. Manhattan keeps on making it. Brooklyn keeps on taking it. Bronx keep creating it. And Queens keep on faking it. Yeah.
Oh, man.